Hello everybody, this is this little update video that I wanted to put together not only for the people who are watching my public releases and everything, but also mainly for my Patreon people and everything, backers and such that have, you've no doubt noticed all the little updates and delays and everything on Patreon because of this freaking heat. It's super freaking hot. And to put into perspective, I have no AC unit. Not a single AC unit, nothing. I have like a DUI makeshift cooler thing with like a fan built into it that pushes, ice air basically out of it. But that's not even enough. I have fans going. There's a double fan right here that is blowing directly on me. I have a fan connected to my desk that blows underneath my desk, so there's airflow under my desk because it's super hot under there. I have a gigantic fan outside my room that's blowing air into my room and such. Because usually during the day I cannot have my window open because of the hot air blowing directly into my room and everything. And even during the mornings and everything, some of you guys might know on my reactions and stuff, I had to close my blinds because the sun directly comes right inside of my room and heats it up like 10 times worse kind of thing. So I'm dying. It's ridiculously hot for Washington State anyways. I know a lot of people are like, the weather's fine, whatever. Like right now it's like 92 basically today. A lot in Fahrenheit, which is how much was that in Celsius? I remember telling somebody about this. 1 second. Oh my god. I'm sweating. I usually take my shirt off and everything because it's like ridiculously hot. So having a shirt on is like is deadly. Fahrenheit to Celsius. There we go. Okay, so 92 degrees Fahrenheit is about 33, sorry, repeating, 33.33333333 Celsius. And tomorrow it's supposed to be 95, which is 35 degrees Celsius. And all week long it's supposed to be in the 80s. Oops, 80s. Which is about 26 Celsius, 80s and 90s and that kind of stuff. And it's a dry heat for sure. We have like Washington State. Those of you who don't know, Washington State is known for the rain basically. Like everyone always says it's like the rainy state or whatever. Like everyone always sees Washington State as like the state that rains a lot basically. And the reason behind that is because we have the mountains to the east of Washington that are pretty big, high, Rocky Mountains basically, and the clouds from the ocean basically have to come over Washington and then dump all of their rain on us to get up and over the mountains basically. Little science tip there. So we haven't had any rain for like 2 to 3 weeks. I would have to assume 2 to 3 weeks. So everything's dead, like all the grass and everything outside is like kind of brown and like just like bleh, kind of tan and brown, whatever. Dead grass and everything. So the heat is not like a humid heat; it's a dry heat, which makes it like horrible. I guess it's not too horrible. If it was humid, I guess it would be a lot worse. So I guess I'm a little bit happy that it's a dry heat because I used to live in New Mexico. Down south of the U.S., right next to Texas, and down there we will always have dry heat there as well. But living there for like years and years and years and years and years, that's like all year round. It was always like 90s and everything like that, like all year round. But I haven't lived in New Mexico in over 4 or 5 years now. I've lived up in Washington, here basically now. So having my body acclimate or whatever to Washington State's weather, having like week-long or like 2 weeks long heat waves like it is now is freaking brutal. We haven't had this high temperatures in 2 years. Even last year was fine. Like last year was like maybe like we barely got to high 80s, but we never really got to anything beyond that. Um, so I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of come on and let you guys like know fully why Patreon stuff is delayed. Because I have to wait during like nighttime, basically, when the sun's not even in the sky, like a little bit, because it would just burn everything around it. Um, so stuff might be delayed, from here and there kind of thing. I'm literally trying to break my sleep schedule, and for some reason it's hard. Usually I break my sleep schedule by accident constantly. I would like stay up at overnight and just like play a video game, whatever like that I would enjoy, whatever. And I would just like absolutely break my sleep schedule. I would sleep in the day and then wake at night kind of thing. But now that I'm actually actively trying to break my sleep schedule, I can't. Like I go to like 11 p.m. whatever at night, and I just be like tired, and I just have to go to bed. Like it's just I don't know. I'm trying to like break my sleep schedule, but it's not happening. So I'm trying to do that so that way I can actually record stuff fine. So that way, I can get it out to you guys and everything. Like I said, this heat wave is not going away. Like I looked at my my week-long forecast or whatever, of the suspected outcome of like this heat wave, and it's just like, high 80s, 90s, 90s, high 80s, 90s kind of thing, like just sticking around that range every single day. So I'm trying to break my sleep schedule so that way I can actually stay awake at night, record everything when it's nice and cool outside, and then sleep during the day, basically. I don't want it sucks to be awake when it's like this. It's like I said, no AC unit whatsoever. I'm relying strictly on fans and ice, basically. So for those of you wondering why stuff is late here and there kind of thing, because yesterday, at the time of this recording, yesterday was the upload day for Magi, but I had to hold off because I usually record Magi on Tuesdays, but I couldn't. The entirety of Tuesday was so super freaking hot, so I had to wait till the morning after on Wednesday morning, to record Magi, and then I was sitting there trying to upload it, and freaking Google Drive would not process it one bit. It just kept cycling through the please wait while processing, for like hours, and then I delete the file, I re-upload it, kind of thing, try to like bring the processing cycle back again, kind of thing, to refresh it. Happened again. I just have to keep deleting the file, starting to back it up again, trying to process it. At one point, I just left it to process, and then 5 hours later, then it was done processing. So that's when I pushed out the Magi reaction. Like it was like really early, in the morning on Thursday. I think it was nearish midnight on Wednesday. Wednesday night was when I pushed out Magi, for my time. For you guys, it's probably like, the next day or whatever. So apologies for that. I know a lot of people were wanting to see stuff like that like right away for Patreon and everything. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get everything out on time. I'm trying not to also rush myself, because like that's one thing that I don't want to I don't want my channel to just devolve into that. I don't want it to be like I need to rush to do something, or something like that, because it will turn into like a bad reaction, right? So like I found like last week I did a recording or this last weekend I did a recording for Index and Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and I had to rush through. I didn't rush through the actual reactions themselves. I watched the reactions, but I skipped both reviews for both episodes because like the heat was literally rushing through my window, kind of thing. I did not want to sit through that and record. So I'm trying to find a balance of like, when to skip a show for like a day or whatever, and then get back to it the next day. And trying not to force myself to watch stuff, and then force myself to do reactions or reviews, because like I don't want to be fake on camera, if that makes sense. Like I want it to be genuine kind of thing. So I want to actually record something, have my genuine reaction to it, have my genuine thoughts and ideas and everything like that on camera without anything hindering it. Like a heat wave, like I'm sweating and I'm just like I'm thinking about like, okay, when is it gonna get cooler, you know, stuff like that. Like I need ice, you know, or something like that, right? Just like I don't want that constantly in my mind when I'm watching shows, as well as other things, right? Like if I'm too tired, like I don't want that to hinder my reaction. I've done that once on reaction for Hunter x Hunter. I think it was Hunter x Hunter. It was I was starting to fall asleep in the reaction itself, and it wasn't because the reaction was or the episodes were bad or anything. It was literally I was just dog tired. So stuff like that, I'm always kind of worried about, and I want you guys to have the best environment to watch my stuff as well. Like I don't want to make it look like I'm just like, you know, half asleep like during a reaction or whatever or something like that. Like it makes a bad reaction, and I'm putting an effort into going back to my old ways of talking during the episode a little bit more. Not like always, of course, but I found my last couple reactions have also kind of been pushed towards I need to hurry up and finish this reaction because the heat wave's coming, basically. So I was like, I usually like stop the recording for a second. I like talk about something real quick, and then like I go back to it, basically. But having like the heat wave and everything, I avoided pausing because I wanted to keep going, kind of thing. So I'm trying to fix all that and everything. I don't want bad reactions. Definitely, I do not want bad reactions. Because it might be bad for people who are watching it currently, kind of thing. But for future people who haven't even seen my channel yet, who are coming back to see stuff, I don't want their first instinct to see me sitting there sleeping in a chair, you know, whatever, watching a show. So I want to try to make it future-proof, like all my stuff future-proof, basically, where anybody can see my stuff from any time of the year, of any year to come, kind of thing, and still see like a fresh perspective of what I enjoyed of the anime and such. So it's just something in mind I constantly do. This is more so just like I said, an update towards Patreon and everything like that. Not too much an update for public stuff, but public people might want to know about it. Who knows? I don't know. I just wanted to put this out there to kind of explain some of the stuff that's been going on. But yeah, public stuff is still like coming out on a regular basis as time goes on. This week, Friday, should be the finale of Grimgar for those of you who are waiting for that. As well as on Patreon is going to be the finale of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. So if you want to support the channel, any amount whatsoever, just even just $1, you get access to the entirety of the quad shots from the previous month, or from the current month. Public is always getting the quad shots a month after it's released on Patreon. So every Friday, for the first week, second week, third week, and fourth week of the month, basically, is like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, so on and so forth. So just want to remind people of that as well. So yeah, I'm gonna probably go grab some ice as well. So thank you so much for watching this little rant, sort of guide, sort of info, sort of update, whatever video this is. I just want to put something out to explain some of the things that have been going on. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in one of my many reactions to come in the future and such. Take care, buddy.